No, wait a minute. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me. Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me.
Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It is March 30th, 2023, 11 o'clock p.m. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcasts. We do the disclaimer. Actually, I'll show the disclaimer. This is the disclaimer right here. It applies to everything we do. It's not just this one. It's not just the ones where we actually put it out. Whether we put it out or not, it applies to everything. Okay? So there's that. Alright, so Mr. Perry had a busy day today. He's typing in my phone. I can see you. I look at you. I can see you. I look at you. Is it, who did he ask me about today? I'm trying to remember. Luke. Who the fuck is Luke? Is it Luke? Is it, who else did he ask me about? I don't remember. A couple of people. Every day he asks me who his leaks are, and every day I say the same thing. I'm not told that, and I wouldn't help you if I was. Everybody fucking is sick of you. You go around ruining everybody's life in a state where you don't live. Really, really, really ripping up the lives of citizens in a state where you don't live. No one invited you here. And he'll type in my phone, why? Why didn't you like me? Well, because you ruined my career. I haven't eaten all week. You're smearing my reputation. You're trying to do it again. You did a false arrest. You're trying to do another one. I can't go to work half the time because I don't know, am I going to end up dead or arrested? Which one's it going to be? Before the first false arrest, when I left for work, I would tell my son, I don't know if he's threatening false arrest or death. That's been documented and documented and documented and documented and documented. I'm not sure if he's going to pull one of those tonight or not. I may not make it home. The day he did have me arrested, I called my son and I said, you know what Charles has been threatening? Yeah. Okay, well, he did it. I'm in jail. And what happened is he tried to kill me. If somebody's threatening death or false arrest, you need a protective order. In order to get a protective order in the state of Oklahoma, by law, you must have a police report. So I filed one. And I filed one in Sepulpa. I tried to get the protective order, but I forgot to bring the police report with me, and Judge Eyrick denied it in part for that. I forgot the police report. He knew you have to have it. It's the law. I don't live in Texas. I've left Texas. I want a fucking thing to do with Texas. He's there. So when I moved to Oklahoma to get away from him and have no conflict and none of this drama, and I don't have to hear what he thinks or how he feels, he comes up here and now has done nothing but wreak havoc every day, all day long. Done nothing but destroy people's lives all day, every day. And unbeknownst to him, there were police investigating him that had me go to Lubbock to get him elected. You know why? It's a lot easier to get to somebody if they're a public figure. A hell of a lot easier for an undercover to get to a man who's a public figure, out shaking hands and kissing babies, and his whole life is public, it's subject to public scrutiny, versus a little nerdy little accountant sitting in an office. Don't you think? That's Cop 101. Everybody has seen this, Mr. Perry. You act like everybody's as retarded as you. And I think a lot of people are getting sick and tired of you insulting their intelligence, sir. And you need to get a grasp on that. Write that down. People are sick of my bullshit. It's no longer working. And they're tired of me insulting their intelligence. You're not loved. You're not wanted. You've been told on, and that's it. That's all you got. For a fucking decade. This says he's trying to arrange a false arrest. I sent it to my ex-husband in October of 2015. He did the false arrest in January. Before, not after. When you fuck with me, you get caught. No other victim can say that. No other victim has shit before you do it, not after. You're just not all there, are you? Huntington's disease, we understand. You know, when he's making me really broke, a bunch of people start ranting and getting pissed off. People with a hell of a lot of power. So we found out he had Huntington's disease that causes impaired cognitive reasoning. Legit mentally retarded. He can't put two and two together. Can't do it. Because when you try to explain to him cause and effect, you do the crime to me, you get caught. You've been caught every day for 7 years. Every day we quote you in your little meetings, planning some kind of crime against me. Every fucking day. And then you go around asking who the leaks are. So you know you're getting caught. Cause and effect. You touch the stove, you get burned. You fuck with me, you get caught. It's not hard, this is kindergarten shit. I'm not a special education teacher. Get one. I've explained this over and over and over. When you do something that's criminal, it's typically something people don't like. You do things people don't like, they're not gonna like you. Don't fucking ask me why. Don't fucking again ask me why. You're shitting me with that, right? And then I can see you. Is it this guy? Is it that guy? Is it Quick Trip? Call Quick Trip and ask them. Call him. Whoever it is you think it is, call him and ask him and tell him stop stopping your crime. You don't like, I'll make it worth your while. How many times have we heard you say that? Yeah, lots. So, also I had see, here's the denied order because I didn't do that. It's the fucking law. So, also, if somebody's threatening you with death and false arrest every day, these are death threats. Like me being dead or arrested, dated the 4th of January, 2016. Wake the fuck up. Okay, so I'm getting death threats. Did you give me arsenic? Yeah, we gave you arsenic. Let your life fade away. I can't promise it will end without, see, we're talking about him putting shit in my drinks. Kind of like Mike was, somebody slipped him an opioid, right? What the hell is that? Giving people drugs like that. I can't promise it's going to end without death and destruction. So that's just after he sent a text confirming they're giving me arsenic. I was getting sick. So sick, but I got to work. I got a little boy to take care of at home. So I go get charcoal to absorb whatever it is they're giving me at work. This is dated December 27, 2015. When I took this to Tulsa police and I said, you need these papers, you know what they said? We don't take evidence here. No, we don't want to go through that. Don't you think you need to go through phone record? This will give you probable cause for phone records between Mr. Perry and Mr. Robertson. No, we don't want to do that. Why? Aren't you the police? I grew up with police. My family did that. When they got a person almost dead, and they got a bunch of shit that looks like somebody was trying to make them be dead. 44% increase in domestic violence murders in the state of Oklahoma between 2020 and today. TBD. We don't take evidence here. Did you test me for blood for this to rule it out or confirm it? You did not, because you don't take evidence at TBD. So you do pull us over, and I can't wait to give you a ticket if your stalker caused you a money problem and you didn't get your registration in on time. Believe me, Ms. Ortiz, I can't get back to my car fast enough to give you a ticket, because equal protection is not a thing in the state of Oklahoma. We have gender discrimination and shit here. Do you do or you don't? Prove it. I don't want to hear moaning and groaning and I can't believe she said that. You fucking prove it by what you do or you don't. You've had 10 years. I've proven what I can do. What can you do to stop the actual crime? Because everybody knows I'm the victim, not the perpetrator. You might want to share that with Sheriff Walton, whoever talked to him tonight. Who the fuck is Beverly? She didn't get to it tonight. She didn't get to it yet, or whatever the hell. Alright, because there's cops helping me from somewhere else. Mr. Perry, how many different ways can I say, absolutely nobody cares what you think. No one's going to help you out with a leak. Nobody's hinting. You're delusional. Huntington's disease causes delusion, paranoia, psychosis, and hallucinations. He's constantly. He's hinting at it. Is he quick? I hold up my Quick Trip, in my house, by the way. I'll hold up my Quick Trip cup. He starts typing in my phone. Is it Quick Trip? I can see you. Jesus Christ. I'm drinking my Coke. I didn't intend for you to see that at all, you creepy Chucky. Get the fuck out. There's not hints. Delusional whack job. Get the fuck out. What did my guy say? Her privacy is not to be invaded anymore. If you don't invade my privacy, which is it's a felony. It's nasty, it's gross, it's vulgar. It's rape. And if you didn't do that, you wouldn't make a fool of yourself. There's no hints. We can't wait till you're gone. You need to get that through your head. You're not understanding how very, very, very sick and tired of you everybody is. Everybody's so tired of you. The stuff that you have come up here and done and terrorized and horrified. Do you think it doesn't horrify people to watch you put me through what you're putting me through? I didn't eat all week. I have blood sugar problems. That'll kill me. That'll kill me dead. And you know it. You don't care. And that horrifies normal people. They don't understand that. Why would he do that to her? Why is he doing that to her? What the hell is he doing that to her for? What the fuck? It's not even helping him. What a fucktard. What an asshole. So we get what y'all just said. It's not hard. We don't have any problem at all. And nobody will tell you who, how, what, when. Will they? Some's leaks, some's wiretap orders. You don't get to know the leaks. I don't even know that. Don't fucking ask me again. Don't fucking ask me again, and don't ask me why. You're making people very angry because you're very cruel. And you're very stupid. We're all sick of dealing with that. I came here not to deal with it. So I'm trying to get the protective order. They're threatening me with death and false arrest. Right? Every fucking day. My police report stated on... Remember that text was on the 4th? Look at that date. 1/21/2016. That was an event they escalated. I get arrested here on the 29th. Because TPD, we don't take evidence here. What we're going to do is give your police report right to the offender so he can obstruct justice and destroy all your evidence. Shut up. Mr. Perry's typing in my phone again. Get the fuck out of my phone. Unfortunately, if I stop and scream like that, like Lori was screaming at Neil, leave me alone, he'll stop. Sometimes he won't. Sometimes he will. It's worth a shot. Look at the date of that. I'm already in fucking jail for filing a police report in retaliation of a public servant doing his job as a senator. I didn't live in his district. He's a peon. He's new. I already had contacts. I didn't need him. I could call the people I knew working for Rick Perry. I could call... There's a bunch of people, I'm not going to name them, that I could call if I didn't like something or if I wanted to change. I did not do state legislation. I did federal. State guys have just enough power to get on your nerves. I didn't fucking hated state. I did federal. Most of it was Medicare related. It's not Medicare, Charles. Believe it or not, he'll actually type that in my phone. Is it Medicare? Yeah, it's Medicare. Call him, tell him stop stopping your crime. What a fucktard. So, did I hurt your feelings? Oh, call your mommy. She's the only one that gives a fuck. Everybody else is sick of hearing it. So here's that text. 1/4/16. Police report is dated 1/21. There's no callback from detectives until 2:15. She's asking for evidence. Then when I actually took it into her, we don't take evidence here. You judges say that, detective. That's not policing. I don't know what that is. And by physical force, prevented and delayed from reporting the crime against you. I had to file the police report to get a protective order. If somebody's threatening death and false arrest, don't you think you need one? I'm getting sick. I've got to go buy charcoal. So all this stuff is on the docket in like 5 different places. Then they dismiss it after they get a shrink to try to say I'm crazy. My shrink didn't say that. She saw me for a year and a half, not an hour or two, a fucking year and a half, twice a month for an hour to 2 hours. Only a few times it was once a month if our schedules conflicted. Most months for a year and a half, it was twice a month, an hour to 2. And her conclusion was he just wants attention. And she's scared and wants him to quit butting into her life. See? She wants to focus on her career. And he's trying to You know, there's no hostility on her part or intent to do him harm. I've said, if you're going to threaten me with harm, you've already done harm. I lost my home. They actually had the nerve to have my attorney come ask me, do you think you could let them save face? They realized they made a terrible mistake. Oh, wow. But they didn't just drop the charges and send me home. Guess what my response was? I just lost my home. I've never been arrested. Never in my life have I been arrested. I just lost my house. My son has to go to school and explain to his little friends why his mom's in jail. He was displaced. I was displaced. A child was displaced. They lost their home. Because you lied. There's no evidence of a political vendetta at all. Produce it. You don't even have an issue. I didn't need you. You're the new guy. I have plenty of people to call. I'm not going to call the new guy. If I did work on state legislation, I'm going to call people who are seasoned and have developed relationships with other state representatives and other senators. You were a representative when I left Lubbock. I didn't live in your district. You fucking didn't matter to me, dumbass. You were my job. I did very good. You got elected, didn't you? And so, stop bullshitting yourself and other people. Everybody's getting sick of their intelligence being insulted. The judge should have said, Hanson, if you had half a brain. You know, in New Mexico and Nevada, where I'm from, they teach you how to think outside of your ass. They don't teach that in Texas, for sure, not Lubbock. If you're a smart judge and you don't want to look bad later or go to jail with them when they're all arrested, what you do is you say, okay, I got to have probable cause to put this woman in jail. I can't deprive her of her liberty. You got to have proof that she committed a crime. She didn't even live here, and you don't legislate in Oklahoma. Are you unclear as to your duties as a legislator? It's not pulling up behind my house. That's what my texts were about, not your political bullshit. Why is he pulling up behind my house, watching me in my backyard? That's not what you do to pass a law in Texas. There's no... I'm telling my friend Aurora, I was disappointed in Rick Perry's extension of session and spending that money to pass a law that has no hope of passing the Supreme Court because the language is all fucked up to meet the standard of equal protection. And I was right. It didn't pass. I don't accuse Rick Perry of being a stalker because he's not a stalker. You are. I like Rick Perry. I disagreed with him on that. But there's a text about it. There's no text to you or about you. Anything political. It's all stalking. From 2011. It's all about stalking. Creepy Chucky. Won't fuck off. Tried to kiss me in a room full of people. He keeps coming up behind my house, sending his secretary everywhere I go eat. Then he'll show up if he doesn't know where I am. Like, you know, he's married. And this is weirdo. All of it. Even if he wasn't married, he's weirdo. I'm not married. He's telling everybody there's an affair, and I'm having to text him. Fucking stop telling people there's an affair. There's not an affair. And your people, Robin and Carl, told Chris, and Chris told my client. Ew. With your soap opera. Stop it. So, I wasn't married. Where are you spreading rumors? Weirdo. Okay, so she says that basically, this is dated July 20, 2017. This was right when I was done. Right when the charges were dismissed. I'm sick of repeating the same bullshit. Sick of repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating because you got some mental problem. You got the mental problem. That's funny how that worked out, isn't it? Trying to make me look crazy. Turns out he's the crazy one. Here's the text. Everybody's seen him. Powell calls up here. Can we say, do you think we could get Greg Morrison to say she just misunderstood him? And I'll tell you what, no. I say what I understood, and no one else speaks for me. No one else, Mr. Powell. No one else, Charles Perry. I speak for me. I'll tell you what I understood. No one else. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. I'm out thinking you in my sleep. Don't fucking do that again. No one has caught your crime like I have. No one you know. And you forget who it is you're dealing with. It is embarrassing. Why? Why don't you like me? Oh my God, wow. Can't even figure that out. He wants to run Texas. Be my guest. That ought to be hysterical. Okay, so The judge should have said, I need probable cause. I need to see what's the issue she's mad about politically. That she would make up a story, not tell anybody for 4 years, but a few close friends, move, then move again, and then she goes to the media with it when she's filed a protective order. Yeah, tell us that. Explain that one. Where's the issue? Where's the rants? Where's the ticks about it? Something somewhere. I'm very vocal. If I'm pissed, you're going to hear about it. There's not one text. There's not one rant. There's no tweet. There's nothing. Because there was no thing. He imagined it. He's got delusion. Huntington's disease delusion. He imagines stuff that's not real. Very frustrating to have to deal with somebody like that. I'm literally taking a drink of Coke out of a Quick Trip cup, and he's typing in my phone, is it Quick Trip? Are you hinting? Jesus Christ. Call Quick Trip and ask him. I don't hint. I didn't slip up accidentally, dumbass, in a strip club for 6 years. I'm not going to help you on purpose. You've ruined my life. Why would I do that? These guys are about to put you in jail, and I won't have to deal with this anymore. Why the fuck would I help you? Just the question by itself speaks to your delusion. You shouldn't have to ask me that. I mean, you should just know I'm not going to help you. You don't blow somebody's life up and then think they're going to help you. I'm in jail, and they're like, can you just let them save face? And I'm like, I told my attorney, I was like, fuck that. You're shitting me. They had the nerve to ask me that after what they're putting my child through. When my child hurts, I hurt. It's not just me hurting. I'm hurting for my son. Yeah, that broke his heart. That broke everybody's heart. How dare you? How dare you? We loved that house. How dare you put him through that? You don't have that right. You know, because you got a, sex weirdo problem you can't control. Nobody owes you a cover-up, you bitch. And I'm not covering it up for you. I'm starving instead. And you don't have the right to starve me either. That's going to be a whole nother set of charges. So we got, he's telling him, can you, the judge should have said, I need probable cause to prove that there's a political problem here. Second of all, I need evidence to prove there was a false police report. When did TPD collect the evidence? What test did they give to rule out arsenic poisoning? You didn't see my text, TPD. Before you just handed Princess Weirdo the police report. You have no idea the background behind it, did you? You didn't talk to me about it, did you? You didn't do your homework. You didn't know shit about it, did you? And what? Now you're trying to save face? You gotta, have her pulled over. Officer, this is part of domestic violence, actually. Yes, and I'm patrol. Okay. I'm not traffic, I'm patrol. I can take reports. Okay. Well, I'm telling you, this is part of domestic violence. Yes. So let me go get your ticket. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck? Are you shitting me with that? Okay, so he comes back and he tells me again, I'm patrol. And I'm like, so what you're telling me is if somebody comes up and they're harassing me, you can take the report, you can take that kind of call? Yeah. You tell me again. It's not relevant, but I just want you to explain to me again. I want him to tell me in detail, what is your understanding of your fucking job? And he did. And he had no idea that's what I was trying to get him to do. Nobody knows when I really want to sting up and I really want to get something out of somebody, I'm going to fucking get it and they won't know it. You won't know it either if you're listening. I have to explain it to you. Once I explain it to you, then you go, oh God, holy shit. I promise you I'm really good at what I do. There's a reason they called me in. I've put up with this crap for 9 years. Our shrink is like Cynthia. Charles can't function at all. Not even at normal levels. Cynthia is very extremely high functioning under extreme prolonged duress. She's a rock. And that's why we needed her. It takes her personality, her talent, her skill to do what she's doing. The truth is, though, I was only supposed to get you elected, and that was it. The thing is, though, I can sting up somebody and they won't know that's what I'm doing. I got that officer to explain to me. In my head already, I know what he's doing. We've been talking about this is what they're talking about doing. They've been recorded talking about it. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to get pulled over. I'm going to get a ticket. We're going to go to court. And I'm going to use this to continue to build a criminal case against him. Every civil case is. Every civil case we've done is going to be used for that. Brick by brick by brick by brick. Act by act by act by act. And you know that because I've said it. I've said it over and over and over. I'm very good at what I do, but here's the weird thing is I'll flat tell them, here's what we're doing. And it right over their heads. They act like they have no fucking idea what I just said. So the judge didn't get probable cause to have me arrested at all. He didn't even ask. When did TPD properly collect her evidence? That's the law. You got to do it. You got to rule out arsenic poisoning. If she lied, then they're going to test her blood and there's not going to be anything there. I assure you, if Charles Perry, he's a drama queen, if Charles Perry was not poisoning me, he would have absolutely made sure there was a blood test. He made sure there wasn't because he knew they were poisoning me. And that fucking judge didn't bother to get probable cause. And I lost my home. My mugshot went everywhere. My family was pissed about that. My son had to explain all that in school to his friends. His life got turned upside down. He's a kid. And you don't have the right to do that. And I've been doing my darnest to kick your ass as hard as I can ever since. So there won't be a hint, dumb fuck. Don't even ask me. You got a lot of nerve that you would even ask me that. And this bullshit right here, can we just get Frank Morrison to say she misunderstood something? And the guy goes, and it may have been Mike Neely, I'm not told who it is. Sometimes I know from content, or they'll say the name. Hi, John, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, it's John. Okay, so, that's just a hypothetical. Okay, so this is, the guy said, well, you can, but that lie. Is it going to work? If we use just in front of it, does that make it less of a lie? Mr. Powell, aren't you a Christian? You heard of thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not lie. By the way, treat other people like you want to be treated because you're going to reap what you sow. God isn't mocked. You reap what you sow. Don't you guys go to church? You heard of the Bible? Don't go to church and don't tell people I know you're Christians, please. Because you're everything that makes people hate Christians and hate God, frankly. So, and become atheist. Believe me, I've met some atheists. You're the reason they're an atheist. Do you want to live with that? You know, you and your hypocrisy. So, I'd rather meet somebody. I've met people in the strip clubs. I've met gay people, and they're very, very much in love with God, and they're Christians, and they're the most kind people you could ever meet. They're not going to be your standard, and maybe they're not supposed to. Neither was Mary Magdalene. Neither was Peter. Neither was Matt. I mean, don't tell people you're Christians, not people that I know. Because you're not, I don't know what you are. But you don't beat down women and kids and you just call yourself a Christian. Because if you remember, there's that one verse, separating the sheep from the goats. I was hungry and you fed me. I was in the hospital and you came to see me. I was in prison and you came to visit me. And so, if you do it to the least of these, you've done it to me. Come on in. I was hungry and you didn't feed me. You let me starve for weeks and weeks and months. I was in the hospital and you never came to see me. I was in the prison and you never bothered. So, depart. I don't know who you are. Don't call yourself a Christian. I don't know who you are. And that's acts of negligence. How much worse is it for you if you intentionally cause the imprisonment, like Mike Neely and me, and you're trying to do it again, per whatever happened with Sheriff Walton tonight, and he was warned, be very careful. There's another case going on. It might conflict. It might make you look like a fool later. If they brought you a bunch of evidence, probably no good. So if you're going to do something to her, arrest her, make sure you get evidence they have nothing to do with and didn't touch and couldn't have gotten anywhere near, and right? Because there's probably some exculpatory these other guys have. Yeah, that's an understatement. If you'll lie in the court on this, well, what else is he lying about? If you'll lie under oath, you'll lie anytime, anywhere, to anybody. So these are acts of negligence. They're not. You're doing it intentionally. Starving me. Mike Neely is in jail and he shouldn't be. You're mad because I solved the murder you did. And if you didn't do it, then you wouldn't be attacking me. And everybody knows it. You think people are as dumb as you, and they're not. In fact, everybody's getting really tired of you insulting their intelligence, Mr. Perry. So he says, you can say that, but Mr. Perry never asks her why she's pissed off. She says, I'm pissed. He never asked her why. He already knew. And he never denied spreading rumors of an affair. He denied having employees. Well, we all know he had employees. She named them Carl and Robert Tepper. I tell him, here's the flow of information. The fuck is this? Shut your people out. I mean, what is this? I've come very close to saying, there's not an affair, delusional. Would you please stop saying there is? You marking your territory? What the fuck are you doing? What? Ew. Okay, so these are all the emails Mr. Perry got. Were very nice and friendly about his running his campaign. And then, when he got really weird and I'm trying to cut things off, then he slips in these threats on a tax question. Is the IRS going to take my deductions? It's yes or no. He's a seasoned accountant. He ought to know the answer, yes or no. Instead, he goes into these weird explanations, slips in these threats. You're stuck. You have no control. You lose. Wow, okay. That has nothing to do with anything. And those guys in Manfred said, you know how many times I've told somebody that, even if they made a mistake? You lose, you're stuck, you have no control. Never, because it's weirdo and not what you do to pass a law in Texas. Yup. I would say the political vendetta, prove it, bitch. Or shut up about it. You don't matter. You fucking don't matter. These are texts from 2011, long before I could have anticipated that he'd do a false arrest, Sheriff Walton. And they're all about stalking. So, I couldn't have imagined that in 2016, he would lie and say, there's a political vendetta and obstruct justice, so I don't get my evidence to TPD or a blood test to confirm or rule out arsenic. I lose my blood test. I didn't get tested, so it worked its way out of my system. Now I've lost my evidence. So did Mike. It's funny. I can spot a pattern the second time you do it. Mike wasn't tested while he's passed out and in respiratory distress. He's tested after they give him Narcan. He comes to, and he's at the hospital. So his blood chemistry completely changed after they gave him Narcan. That doesn't tell us shit. Now his evidence is degraded as well. That's twice you drugged somebody. Twice we lose our evidence. Twice somebody's in jail for a lie. Because you can't control your dick problem. You. And you've gone around town. You've lost your filters from your crazy disease, right? And you've gone all around town telling people you love hurting women. You like it so much you go to the maternity wards when you're out of town. And sit there and watch women in labor and they go in the bathroom and jack off. Ew. Do you know they had a big meeting this morning about that? What else is he saying? If his disease has progressed along that bad, where he's going around telling people that, thinking it's cool, not realizing it's a weirdo thing, he acts like he doesn't know. That's okay. I kept saying that. He's embarrassing the fuck out of me. Why isn't he embarrassed? Doesn't know he should be. The shrink said, I told you, he's severely mentally ill, severely mentally retarded, has no fucking idea he should be. Doesn't know. He really doesn't know. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'm sorry that's imposed on you. Keep working. Let's keep working. Let's get him. Right? You want to help Sheriff Walton? So here's this. There's all that. All those are about stalking. When I'm telling his guy, I didn't hurt him. When I'm telling his guy and saying that, I didn't hurt him. I went to you with the weird crap he was doing to me. I didn't go to the media with this. I didn't hurt him by going to the media. I went to you, and you guys threatened to ruin my business. And then you did. I left. Okay, yeah, don't ask why. Wacky Jackie. So, then I'm the one that went through Mike's case. Something was off. Something was off bad. I just filed a vandalism complaint, and then two best friends beat each other to death 6 days later. And everybody's like, yeah, I don't think that's it. In fact, other people in Manfred said, the Texas Mafia guys that are after you, they did that murder. Everybody knew it within a day or two. You think you're fooling people, really? I think that people say to your face whatever they got to say to shut you up and make you go away, because we're all sick of hearing it. And I'm not going to argue with you, and I'm not going to let you insult my intelligence, stand here and lie to me. So I'll tell you whatever the fuck you want to say. Oh, sure, I believe you. So that I can get away from you and go on with my day. It's like that. You have no fucking idea. So everybody's worried about Perry. Who's he told what to? Because he doesn't have any filters anymore. There's no telling, dear God. Okay, so all day we had that meeting this morning. We heard it. What else did we quote you today? That's what my guy said. You don't invade my privacy. You don't contact me at all or my family. Don't fucking contact us. Don't bother us. You've bothered us enough. Leave us alone. Leave everything alone. Go the fuck away. And I'm not to be broke anymore. That's it, period. Those aren't requests. If you don't do it, he'll do it for you. That's the law. Okay? You don't steal my money, Calvin. You don't damage my car, Calvin. Calvin's trying to sell my car out from under me. You know why we got that? When Charles contacts me, when you guys invade my privacy, when you try to cause a problem for me, we find out more. Because you have police on you. I just heard now that you guys are talking to Walton. Maybe you could do the false arrest, Walton. Yeah, okay. He's been told, well, I don't know. Make sure you get stuff that has nothing to do with them. Because this is cumulative, and everything's... He's got 20 different angles he's been caught on trying to do this second false arrest because he fucked up the first one. Yeah, he just wants a smear campaign thinking that'll help make him win the election for governor. Okay, go ahead, try that. You're governor. I don't know. If you can't realize that you've been caught this many times, you're pissing people off at this point. Do you really think you could run the state of Texas? You starving me to death pisses people off. You really think, and you don't know that? And you have to ask why? Why won't you be coerced? Why don't you like me peeping in your house? Jesus. Oh, God. Yuck. Talking to Mo. He's asking me, is Mo a good deal leaking? Ask him. I'm not told who the leaks are. Ask him. Okay? What else happened today? What the hell is a glass menagerie? Yeah. When you contact me, my guys get mad at you. That every day I'm broke, they get really mad at you. Every day you're invading my privacy, they get really, really mad at you. Because they said our privacy is not to be invaded. We're cops. We're getting everything you guys just said in your little meetings. She's not to be broke anymore. And you fucking don't contact her or her family anymore ever again. Don't contact them. Go get a schedule. If you want to run for governor, the place somebody win that, remember I did run campaigns, is get a very busy schedule in Lubbock where the people are that would vote for you, not in Oklahoma. Go to Lubbock, get busy. Go shake hands and kiss babies. Go do something nice for somebody and make sure the camera catches it and it's on the news. Get a schedule. Be seen with your family. Get activities, normal activities. Go work. And fuck off us. We don't want you here. You weren't invited here. Nobody invited you here. No one cares what you think. You're not asked. I moved twice not to have to hear what you think. Fuck off. I'm not interested in you. I don't have the hots for you. I'm not going to help you with your crime. That's why you want to starve me until I help you with your crime. It's what you're trying to do. Walton and Reed, we've said, if you do the false arrest, please understand, David and Charles and those guys have their girls, their traffic girls in the club working, running their business for them. They think some of them are leaks. They want to use me and a false arrest of me to intimidate the little girls. They think that'll shut Cynthia up, and the little girls will get scared out of their wits, and they'll stop leaking. Maybe some of them, we think one of them wants out. We think she's one of the leaks. We heard y'all talking about it. You got cops all over you, bitch. Not Oklahoma cops. We come from a place where they teach you how to think outside of your ass. Most cops who are smart enough to know guys like that, and I think you were told this, Captain Gippy, guys like this who have a mental wackadoo problem, guys who stalk have a wackadoo problem, or they wouldn't stalk. That's not normal. We all get over it and move on. We don't stalk. Stalking is a felony. I started equal protection. right? Against witness tampering, coercion. You get the fuck out of my wallet. Get out of my phone. Get out of my computers. Get the fuck out of my life, Peeping Tom. You're just a Peeping Tom and you're pathetic. And that's a turnoff to women, by the way. Don't ask me why. You ought to know that. You're old enough to know that. Get a special education teacher. I'm done explaining it to you. I'm done. You can't fix stupid. You can't do it. So, when you have, they're wanting to run their business out of the club, Sheriff. I'm the one that's come in and caught shit they've done. I caught if you look at Lucky's murder, you look at Mike, there's no fucking way Mike could have done that. There's no way. They did that. Everybody in Manford knew they did that. And, they want to coerce me to be trafficked to Houston and shut me up and get those other girls all scared so never again will they try to leave. Or leak. Why would they not do that? That's what these kind of people do. Right? It's just part of it. Why would you not know that? How could you not know that? You should know that. What I said is, we have a lot of information that we've been working on gathering for a very long time. You better fucking know what I know before you make any move at all. You better. You make sure you know what I know. Because if not, and you're a smart cop, you're going to realize you got weirdo here, and he's stalking. And if he was not weirdo, he wouldn't be stalking. But he is a weirdo, and he's stalking. And that's not going to end well. It's just not going to. Why would it? And what's going to happen, unfortunately, he's going to keep offending and keep reoffending and reoffend and reoffend until pretty much it's piled up so high you can't lie for him anyway. Now you can't lie the guy out of this anymore. You can't. It holds that deep. You have to understand that it gets to a point where people want to slap the fuck out of you if you continue to lie to them and everybody can see you're lying. That you're full of shit. Right? Mr. Perry, I don't want to hear from you. I don't care. Did I ask you what you think? I didn't. Did I? Everybody's sick of hearing what you think. I said don't contact me. Please, leave me alone. Please, shut up and go away. Get away from me. So, today, what's the glass menagerie? Why don't you guys explain what the fuck that is? Golly, what weird people. Weird bunch of people. So, you have, let's see, what is all this one? Oh, this is the work shit. You guys caused a big thing over there. So I'm not going to read it. You can read it. What my guy said is you're not to invade my privacy. They invade yours because you're invading mine. But they have a court order and you just got a weirdo problem. Right? Can't control himself. Okay, and then this one tonight with conversation. With Walton. I guess after these, look at the dates on these. April 2022, last year. Can't we get her on that pole and on schedule? January 2022. Yeah, can we not? Yeah. Oh, that's July 2021. Look at the date. Get her back on that pole and on a schedule. That's how long they've been trying to starve me back out to dancing so they could do more crap, And every time you do it, we catch it. We get it. Every time you repeat yourself. So this is how many times they had this conversation. They had it in July 2021. They had it again January 2022. And they had it again in April 2022. And they've had it again 4 or 5 times that I just didn't pull up. This is plenty. Don't you think? That's February. So I'm on the schedule. I'm on the pole and on the schedule. And what do? They get the waitress to fuck me over and cause a bunch of drama. Make sure she don't make no money, Calvin says. And then they got Walton working on the second false arrest. It sounded like. So we're going to wait to see if it proves out or not. I don't make mistakes. I'm very good at what I do. Everything we do is very methodical and it's on purpose. Right? I'm not always going to explain it to you. You're going to have to wait to see. You'll be dropped right into the middle of it and then sink or swim. Up to you. That's how we do things. That's when you want to catch an organization like y'all, you got to use skill like that. You can't just, I've been sting up by local police They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You don't walk in the room. You don't walk in and start asking a bunch of fucking questions. You take your time. You get to know the people involved. You see where they're strong and where they're weak. You see what they like and what they don't like. And you just get to know them and you let them get to trust you. And then most people start telling you without you having to ask. You don't have to ask. They'll just tell you. Once you watch The Infiltrator, that's part of kind of how it's done. But you have to be very patient. And you have to be willing to wait till it comes out by itself. And you can't walk in with a can of tuna and ask about 20 questions. Here, I brought you a tip. Here's your fucking canned food. Now tell me who's helping you. I got that. That's why there were no slip-ups for 6 years in a strip club. That's how they went at it. So I'm like, I'm telling them how to do it because I'm fucking bored at this point. I'm going to help you out here, dumbass. This is how you do a sting op. First of all, you have patience and you shut up and you just have a good time and you let stuff come out on its own after people start trusting you. You don't, here's your fucking, here's my welfare payment, my welfare cheapo bullshit. It's the best I got. Now tell me who's helping you. Yeah, okay. How about we say bye-bye. See ya some other, fuck you. So every time he bothers me, we get more. Every day Mike's in jail, every day my privacy's invaded, every day I'm broke, we get more. It's been that way every fucking day, very consistently, all day long, for years. And for years you've asked me who your leaks are, and I won't tell you. I'm not told that. If I knew, I won't help you. I want for you to be gone. I want to help the guys and cooperate with the police helping me be protected from you. You don't seem to understand how sick and tired of you everybody is. Nobody asked you what you think, did they? What did we ask you to do? Don't contact me. I don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up and get away from me. My guy said, if you want him to call you, you give back everything you took and you get the fuck out, or he's not going to call you. Period. That's when he arrests you, you meet him then. All right. I'm done. We're done. You want to go into court and tell them it's God and the angels and shapeshifters and aliens? Because you don't want to admit there's police investigating you? Be my guest. Your whack job. Say whatever whack job thing you feel like saying. Okie doke. Meantime, everybody's sick and tired of watching you do this to me.
You stop me. That's why leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop going.
Okay, the other thing is, what the guy said today, there was a guy that was talking about my traffic thing, and he said, I know exactly what she's doing. She's going in there to help build their criminal case with that. I did say that. I actually said it. So, I'm pretty sure I said it right as it happened. Good. We knew that was coming. We said it was coming. There's emails about it everywhere. You have there's a whole Facebook album on being pulled over. And he's going to give you a ticket. And fine, we're going to use that. You think as much as we talked about you threatening to do that to me, we didn't already have a plan? Of course we had a plan. So everybody knew, because we'd already said, we know what you're doing, we have a plan. And he said, the issue for Cynthia isn't whether or not she had insurance. The issue for her is, I have a plan here to catch a really, really bad man doing really, really bad things. He killed a cop, an Oklahoma cop. And he is a causation of this. And I'm in here, your courtroom, because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the normal legal process you're supposed to go through. I'm not going to say that here. We'll do it in court. I'm not going to show my hand now. I promise you, Dickie probably already knows what it is if Dickie's the one that gets me. You come into court. There's a normal way to do it. We're not going to do your crapped up way. We're going to do it the normal legal way. If you do it the crapped up illegal way that you do everything else, it's going to go onto the pile of things they're going to charge you with. I told you that's what we were doing. We're building a criminal case. I'm quoting you guys every day. Why are we getting that stuff? It's to put you in jail. It's for your jail time. It's to get a conviction. And the more we get, the easier that will be. And every time you contact me, and every day I'm broke, and every day Mike's in jail, and every day you cause a problem for me, we get more. You're giving us more to get. So, it's so easy, it's not even fair. And if there weren't so many victims and of you, you'd be in jail already, Mr. Perry. If TPD had done their part, you'd be in jail already. And I probably could have come in and done a interview with you and gotten this wrapped up a lot sooner. Anyways, the traffic thing, we already had a plan with it. And the first thing I have the right to do is plead not guilty and then get discovery. Right? And I'm going to leave it at that. Dickie could probably figure, if Dickie's the one that gets me, I think he is, based on the conversations I've heard. I would venture to guess he could probably tell you what I'm going to do. And I think I've heard him say more than once, when y'all go, oh, she slipped up, oh, she made a mistake. Nope, she doesn't make mistakes. Be careful. She's got a plan. If you think she made a mistake, if you think she slipped up, she's got a plan with it. She did that on purpose. She might even make it look like a slip up. And maybe that's true, maybe that's not. I'll let you find out the hard way. I'll just let you find out the hard way. You seem to like that. So, there's your shovel. Dig away. But everybody else is sick of you doing this to me.
Only me.
I won't call the cops.
Stop! Stop stalking me! Please, I can't live here anymore.
And you've got to understand how very, very sick and tired of you everyone is. It's taking a toll on everybody. The crime that you do. That's what tends to happen when you commit crime against people. It takes a toll. And they're not going to do it anymore. I'm just fucking not putting up with this anymore. We shouldn't have to.
I don't stop!
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to say this one more time. When we quote you, is it because you guys caused me a loss or a problem? When we quote you, it is because Mr. Perry spent another day invading my privacy instead of getting off his ass and working. And Mike's in jail. Shouldn't be, and he is. And nobody's okay with that. I don't care what they say to your face. No one's okay with that. And Charles is trying to contact me. So if you don't want us quoting all fucking day, resolve that. It's been the same thing every day for a decade. You have to understand how sick and tired of you, Mr. Perry, Mr. Robertson, Calvin, Lucia, everybody is. Very, very... You can't ruin people and think that everybody's just going to get up the next day and go, oh, everything's fine. It is not fine. You're getting your ass kicked. No. How many times has your crime been caught before you did it to me? How many after? Don't threaten other people. Don't threaten Dickie. Don't threaten anybody. Don't threaten those girls. Everybody's had enough of your threats. Charles, get off your ass, lazy fat pervert. Go get a schedule with activities in Lubbock with your family, doing normal things normal people do. Shut up. No one wants to hear what you have to say. We're all really tired of it. Shut the fuck up. Remember who it is can get information and who cannot. You're making everybody sick. You're taking the toll on everybody's last nerve. You're grinding nails on a chalkboard. You're what everybody wants gone. So we can get information and nobody will help you. Now, fuck the hell off.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
And look how much more we got. Because when he said in, March 2020 and again July 2022, her privacy is not to be invaded. You are not to contact her or her family in any form at all, directly or indirectly, and she's not to be broke one more day. Give it back and get the fuck out, or I'll do it for you. Look how much more we got, even today, because you're stupid and you didn't understand what he said. You don't have a choice. You're delusional if you think you have a choice as much as we quote you. You really don't. You can run your own, deal into the ground to where people just are intolerant. They're just done with you. And you're at that point. You were at that point, David, before I got here. So, it's literally so easy, it's not fair. Everybody's really had enough of it. Really sick and tired of y'all. And it's very important that you fucking get that. Nobody's going to help you, Charles. What you need to understand is how sick and tired of you everybody is. Sick of you. Leave everybody alone. Leave everything and everybody alone. Thank you. Okay, so I forgot a couple things. Hang on. Okay, so while I was recording that first one, we got more because Mr. Perry didn't shut up the whole time. By the way, he brags. Keep this in mind. Mr. Perry, Mr. Robertson, Lucius, those guys, Calvin, enjoy going around and telling anybody who will listen what they can do and get away with. We're quoting them every day, so no one is exactly sure why they think that means they're getting away with it. And again, we get the information before they do it, not after. This one is just from while I'm recording. Our guys are getting another one in of these guys talking about puncturing my tire. We want to puncture her tire, so when she does go back out to the club, she's on the freeway, she blows the tire out. Then we'll have you go behind her and change it. And the guy's saying, well, but she's got roadside assistance from her insurance. And how would you know that? See, you're having now a hard time explaining how you know certain things because you've gone into court repeatedly and said we're not doing what she says. And that's perjury. 5 years minimum. Mr. Perry, by the way, taunts me every day. I made you broke. Call me. I made you broke. Call me. I made you broke. I took all your money. Call me. I took your car. Call me. Because he thinks in his delusion he's going to talk me into coming along with him and contributing to his criminal organization. And it's called coercion, and it's just another crime. It is illegal to do that. Grand larceny with intent to coerce, Mr. Perry. Deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce, Mr. Perry. I took your money. I made you broke. Call me. So you can say what? Come to the house in Houston. And then your guys can get me on perjury. That would be hysterical. But it speaks to your mental status. You're not all there. It's very embarrassing. I've asked our shrink, why isn't he not embarrassed? Like, I'm embarrassed. Like, so embarrassed by this guy. He's so fucking weirdo. And so fucking creepy. And absolutely makes every part of my skin crawl. Just nasty, gross, grotesque, weirdo, heinous, hideous, yuck, disgust of a piece of trash, not even human. And embarrasses the living hell out of me because he's just so weird and so creepy and so bizarre. And she said, I told you he's severely mentally ill and severely mentally retarded. So you see people with autism that throw tantrums in public and the whole family's embarrassed and the person with autism is not. They have no idea they should be. And Mr. Perry doesn't either. That wire is not in his head. It's not in the head of an autistic person. It's not in his head. He actually has no idea. That should embarrass him. That's why he's going around telling people what he can do and get away with. It doesn't have any filters. Telling people, I like to watch women suffer so much. I go to the maternity wards in hospitals and watch women in labor, then go in the bathroom and jack off, and he thought that was cool and everybody else was creeped out by it. He let, peeping on women in their house as a turnoff. Go in a bar and try to pick up a woman. Tell her what you do to me. See if she'll go home with you. She'll call the cops. You're a turnoff, Mr. Perry. You're not hot. You're not sexy. You're a peeping Tom turnoff. And you're not embarrassed by this. I took all your money. I said I don't go out with men unless they make sure I don't miss a meal. I don't like men like you. You're not the kind of person I like. I don't like you. You're a criminal. People don't like crime. I'm explaining this over and over and it's just not clicking for him. He's just not getting it. And I'm frustrated, and I'm telling the shrink, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I told you, he's mentally ill and mentally retarded. He doesn't understand what you're saying. He doesn't know. He has no fucking idea what you're saying. So, he doesn't get it. He doesn't understand that what he's doing is very offensive. It's very inappropriate. And people don't like it when you do that. And if you do things people don't like, they're not going to like you. They don't want you around. You don't go around blowing up people's lives and think they're going to want to be your buddy. He can't understand that. He legit doesn't know. If you try to explain it to him, he won't have any idea what you're saying. That wire's not in his head. It's in everybody else's head, not in his. It's no different than an autistic person who throws a tantrum in public. And I've been around an autistic. So we had some friends in Las Vegas that their daughter was autistic, and she would fucking right in the middle of the church just throw a massive ass tantrum, and her mother would turn beet red, and she'd get embarrassed. She felt bad. She'd be all, I'm so sorry, and try to get her daughter out into the side and calm down, and just would be about in tears with embarrassment. And the little girl had no idea that she, caused all that. She didn't know. And the shrink said he's the same thing. And this was before we knew he had Huntington's disease. This was when she starts saying, I'm looking at his emails. This is when people are starting to question his ability to make good judgments. Like, this is not even benefiting him. He keeps getting caught every time he does something to me. We get it before, not after. Well, most people, that would be a crime deterrent. And he's not understanding what cause and effect. When you do this, this bad thing is happening, or something that you would think you don't like. So why do you keep doing it every day? It's just right over his head. He doesn't know. He fucking has no idea what it means that we have the McNamara email, or this right here. We want to puncture her tire. Because here's the problem. We've gone into court and told everybody we're not talking to people she works with. There's no communications at all with them. We don't know we don't know anything about them. But we are. So we can't have them call us and tell us, oh, she's back. She's at work tonight. Because then that proves we have to say where we got the information. And if we get it from our coworkers, then we have to admit we've been lying in court. So what we need to do is puncture her tire. Nobody will know that we punctured the tire. She's on the side of the road. We have our guy pull over her and take her to work. Now we know where she's at. Yeah, nobody will suspect a thing, Calvin. Did you think that up? I mean, who thinks this crap up? We get it every time before, because every time Mr. Perry contacts me, we get more. He didn't get a date. Y'all don't get information. We get information. It's been that way for 10 years. It's just not clicking for y'all. I mean, Perry's not the only one that's loony toony. And just cognitive reasoning is just not there for y'all. For most people, we don't do the crime to begin with because we can put stuff like that together in our heads. And they can't. They legit can't do it. That if you do this to her, we're under investigation. There's people watching us. we keep getting caught. I mean, it's not once or twice. It's not a week or a day or a month. It's 10 years of this. There's a bunch of you. There's a bunch of victims. So if somebody wants to build a very meticulous case where you don't get a deal, and you don't get, we're going to make sure there's no reason for an appeal, so that this is done and over with, and people who have hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt for, I mean, bad, in a way we'll never get over, won't ever have to be hurt by you again. You're not getting out. You're not going to do this to people anymore. It's going to be over. And finally everybody can breathe easier. And we don't have to walk around scared. And we don't have to walk around watching every little thing we say. We don't have to walk around worried about, I met a new person. Is that somebody they sent? Or is it just a new person? Is this somebody that they sent to ask me questions? Or to find out where I live? Or to find out what I'm going to do about this? Or find out what I'm going to do about that? Or is this just some random person and I can actually trust them? Everybody feels like that. Everybody's tired of feeling like that. So, and you need to feel like that. Our guys have talked to you and you didn't know it. More than once. I mean, so they've meticulously built this and they're continuing to build it. And every charge that you would like to give them to add, they're happy to do it. There's restitution. That's more money for the victims. It's also more money you're going to have to spend every time they get information. See if your attorney can suppress it. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. How much money is that going to cost you to see? I mean, you guys just act like, and you run around and you tell people, look what we can do and get away with. I made you bro, call me. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. I'll get right on that. I mean, who the fuck says stuff like that? Who the fuck says stuff like that? And asks every day a list of names. Is it this person, this person, this person, this person? I've never answered that. Why would I start now? We all want you gone. And I give this, I'm not told that, but even if I was, I'm not going to help you. I didn't slip up accidentally. I'm sure shit not going to help you on purpose. I have to repeat that every day, over and over. It's just unclick. He doesn't understand what I'm saying. It's like talking to an autistic person. They have no fucking idea what you just said. They don't know that tantrum in front of fucking everybody that embarrassed their whole family should embarrass them too. They don't know. Mr. Perry doesn't either. So before we knew, we start seeing something's wrong. You don't keep doing the same thing every day that gets you results you say you don't like. Nobody's that stupid. And so then she starts getting more involved to try to find out what the hell this is. This is beyond what we normally see with criminals, even bad ones. This is getting into some other shit. So she looks through the emails Mr. Perry has, and that should be a deterrent too. It's not. It's not. He acts like he doesn't know what it means that she has that. And gosh, I've got emails here with sentences that are 3 words and 5 words, and 2 sentences, 3 sentences maybe. Well, first graders do that. This is not what grown-ass men do. It's like he has no idea what the email said, and he's just kind of doing the best he can. Some of the responses he's giving don't make sense. So what is wrong with him? He's got something. Then she starts saying maybe it's Alzheimer's, maybe it's senile dementia, maybe it's aphasia, maybe it's all of it. More than one, I don't know. He needs an examination. Then, I mean, he starts trying to get me kicked out of my house. I mean, he got really nasty. If you notice, the more nasty and the more broke and the more he pesters, there's an increase in frequency in these that we put out, that we're getting in and we're putting out. I mean, you should know patterns at this point. All of you are older men. You got to be able to add and subtract. So he has, Huntington's. And she was right. The severe mental illnesses, the paranoia, the hallucinations, the delusion, the psychosis. He's legit crazy. After he tried to get, he tried to make me look crazy with Dr. Russell. And Dr. Russell didn't diagnose me with anything. She said she's being stalked and she's scared. And she's sick of button in her life. And she's trying to live her life. And he's messing it up. So she didn't like that. Who would? And he's doing it to get attention because he can't get attention any other way. That's what she said. And then Mr. Perry gets actual diagnosis of cuckoo bird. And not only that, but impaired cognitive reasoning is the mental retardation. Severe. You don't go 7 years getting caught every day, asking the same questions every day you know you're not going to get an answer to. I mean, who the fuck does that? So, it's not, I mean, it's just, it is pathetic. So anyone that wants to hear what Dr. Russell said, it's right there. The transcripts are right here. He just wants attention. It's like a child. Literally acts like a little spoiled, rotten little brat kid. Like an 11-year-old girl. Okay, speaking of which, I understand that Mr. Perry contacted someone and asked, can I charge her with a hate crime? And the guy's response was, are you gay? I don't hate gay people, and I don't hate trans. I hate what you're doing to me, and everybody knows that. I don't like men who act like a bunch of pussies and a bunch of cowards and pick on women and beat them down to feel tough. Go to a bar, a biker bar or something, Calvin, find a big old dude, beat the shit out of him, then we'll think you're tough. It's not tough for a guy to beat down women, and a lot of people say what he said. A lot of people see it that way. They start calling you a girl, a pussy, a bitch, a princess. Take your dress off, act like a man. That's just what we say. I mean, I don't have a problem with people who are gay. I don't have a problem with the people who are trans. There's no hate crime here. I have a problem with abusive men. Misogynistic men. That's what I have a problem with. And he said that, and I've said that. I've not made that any secret. I've made that very clear. You guys can't understand what people say. And that's not my problem. Get a special education teacher. That's not my area of training. It's not my area of expertise. I cannot relate to you at all. I can't. I don't know how to talk to somebody in your condition. They have nurses for that. They have specialists for that. They have special needs hospitals for that. I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to communicate with you. I shouldn't have to. Should I? I didn't invite you in my life. I don't know half you people. I don't like you. I want nothing to do with you. No one's bothering you. You're getting caught bothering me. Nobody's talking about puncturing your tires. Not one conversation has ever happened about any of you guys getting your car wrecked, or your engine blown up, or your tires punctured, or let's have it towed and sold before they figure out it's illegal. Not one of you has anybody sat down and go, let's try to plant evidence and do a false arrest. We just watch you do what you do, and it just so happens it's illegal, all of it. So, Mr. Perry, have I asked you what you think? You weren't asked, Connie Curry, were you? Your delusion tells you think I care what you think. And everyone else knows I'm sick of hearing it. Everybody's sick of hearing it. You don't even make sense. I don't care what you think. I don't want you here at all. I moved twice, sir, not to have to hear what you think. I don't want to hear what you think. You were not asked. Get out of my phone. Get out of my life. Do not contact me again. The police officer that told me you just said that said very clearly, you are not to contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form at all, directly or indirectly, ever again. You don't invade her privacy. She is not to be broke anymore. That's enough. And you don't understand him. So how much more have we gotten since he said that the first time? Do you like that? Because we know you had a conversation about, I think I'm a victim of a hate crime because she said take off your dress. And the guy's like, are you a trans? Are you gay? Are you? Say it one way or the other, are you? Okay, if I don't like you, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with your cruelty, your abuse, your imposition, your peeping, your hacking, your invasion of my privacy, the one thing after another to my car.
No one's trying to puncture the tires on your vehicles. Why are you doing it to mine? I don't even know you people. Perry, nobody invited you to Oklahoma. Why are you here? If you want to run for governor, then you need to have a very full schedule with a lot of activity in Lubbock with your family, doing things in the community that should be on the news to promote you're this great person. People should vote for you. Not up here, sitting on your fat, lazy ass, bothering me all day, getting caught like never before in your life. You are as fucked hard as they come. You're not capable of running down the street without help. You'll get lost. All right, so that's the two we needed to add to the end of that one. Did you go ahead and put a hole in it, Mr. Calvin, or you guys, so that your guy can help me on the side of the road? I won't want to wait for my insurance's roadside assistance. Don't contact me, Charles. I don't want to hear it. Dude, we got this because you won't shut up and leave me alone and get away from me. Get the fuck away from me. All of these here, get her on the poll and on the schedule going way the fuck back. 2022. So you messed with my money in my car and so that you got what you wanted, right? And that's duly noted for the record. Okay, that you set it up that way. And, when you contact me, when you invade my privacy, when I'm broke, when Mike's in jail, we get more and more and more. And the more we get, the easier it will be to get convictions and a whole lot of restitution. And then subsequent civil suits, if you have anything left after all that. What we said is, respect the law, respect me and other people. Stop acting like a bunch of bitches and cowards and pussies. You're not tough picking on women and children. You're not. You're pussies. And we're sick of dealing with it. Everybody's sick of y'all. You really need to understand just how sick and tired of it everybody is. We don't have problems getting information. And you guys make a whole lot of phone calls and nope, you come up empty. Everybody's sick of it. And then, and Sheriff Walton, this has to be proved. Sheriff Walton is told, watch out, there's a whole nother thing going on here. They want you to arrest her. Make sure you got the whole picture before you just do that. Right? Because he fucked up the first one. He's just trying to be doing another one. 79 different angles. Yeah. Now it's hate crime. The guys, you got to be shitting me with this. I don't think she hates gay people or trans. I think she hates your abuse is what she hates. But are you gay? Are you trans? Say it. Tell us. No? Don't contact me. Tell the world. Hold a press conference. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck. I just don't like you contacting me. Mr. Perry, shut up. Get out of my phone. Are you trans? He's typing, you're making me mad. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. He acts like he'll tell me when he's mad like he thinks I care. What I care about is you telling me this by hacking my phone. Get the hell out of my phone. I don't care. I'm mad that you're hacking my phone. The crime isn't that I'm bringing out your crime, and no one cares that you're mad you got caught. Everybody's mad that you're hacking my phone. That's the crime. Dumb fuck. You're going to have to get a special needs teacher. I legit don't know how to help you. I don't know how to communicate with you. You're a diagnosed mentally retarded man, and I don't know how to talk to somebody like that. I don't know how. I don't have that kind of training. I don't have that kind of patience. I don't care. What I know is you were told stop it, so stop it. Control yourself. Are you getting what you want doing what you're doing? I mean, stop. So we got those two also. The fucking, it's a hate crime. Are you gay? Yeah, that's it. That's what I said. And then after that, they're telling them, if you do some kind of false arrest with evidence they came to you with, it's witness tampering, and they're calling it an act of intimidation, not just against her, and retaliation for her testimony on Mike, but against those girls too. You're trying to intimidate them too, and that's true. We are calling it that. We've made that very clear. So if you were trying to You're gonna try to arrest me for something. First of all, what the fuck is a crime? I don't do anything but fight these people off. Second of all, yeah, you would have to get evidence that they didn't come to you with, because we've pretty much made their testimony not worth a shit, because they lie all the time about everything. And then we got the, is that a hate crime? And everybody's like, oh my God, wow. You guys go around, can she prove it? Can she prove that we did? Well, I have this right here. So if tomorrow morning my tire's punctured, I would say that's helped. This definitely helps, don't you think, Calvin? What plan? Charles, no one cares what you don't even make sense. Just please leave me alone. Please get the fuck out of my phone. I'm trying to type and the guy never shuts up. Never shuts up. Ever. Never shuts up. I can't do anything that he's not typing something in my phone. It's awful. It is absolutely awful to have to deal with that. Mr. Perry, I don't want to hear from you at all. He said stop contacting her. You're not to contact her. I don't want you to contact me. I want for you to go away. I will never help you. I want you gone. Gone. Out. I mean, look at this. You're pissing everybody off. I'm trying to find the other one. I don't know. How many times we got to say the same thing? Yeah, she's got a temper. Because I'm yelling at you like she is.
Can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please,
what
God bless
happened?
you, but
What
please leave me alone.
happened?
Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
What about
Stop
that?
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
What about
Stop
that?
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
What about
Stop
that?
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
What about
Stop
that?
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
What about
Stop
that?
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
What about
Stop
that?
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
What about
Stop
that?
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop.